Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Shaw, and I am a Senior Conflict Resolution Specialist with School Talk, one of the organizations that is hosting the DC Career Explorations event on May 8th. I wanted to say welcome and thank you very much for volunteering to participate as an employer facilitator during our event on May 8th. I'm sending along a packet of information, and I wanted to walk through the packet just a little bit to let you know what was being included and also give you some information to contact me if you have any questions. So I'll begin with the introductory page that you will see as part of your packet. In that page, I have outlined the time of arrival. We are hoping to have individuals come to the NYTC Youth Transition Center between 9 o'clock and 9:30. That will give us time to meet you, to answer any last minute questions you have, to help you get set up for your first activity, to help us greet the students as they come in, and to be there. We want to start right at 10 o'clock with our welcome and introductions. The location, as I said, is the National Youth Transition Center at 2013 H Street Northwest. I have included links to both the Transition Center and the HSC Foundation Center websites. They're in the same place. I've also given some information about parking. So there are parking locations located between 0.2 and 0.5 miles from NYTC, and I've added some websites that will help you find parking garages, perhaps reserve parking spaces early if you wanted to do that. There's also 3 metro stops that are close by: Farragut West, Farragut North, and Foggy Bottom, and those links are also on those pages. In terms of the agenda, as I said, we want to have folks coming in between 9 and 9:30 so that we can make sure that everybody's there, by 10 o'clock. We will start promptly at 10 with our welcome and introduction to the day's activities. Then we will have the employer activities with the students from about 10:15 to 11:45. From 11:45 to 12:45 approximately, we will have our lunch, and then we will have our first job dialogue. From 12:45 to 1:45 will be our exhibitor fair and scavenger hunt, and we'll close up between 1:45 and 2 o'clock p.m. Alrighty. In terms of the employer activities with the students, the second part of the package that you'll see are the activities for the morning. And in your emails, you will notice that we are asking you to do specific activities with the students. We've set it up so that everybody's got about 2 activities that they will be doing with the students. So the packet just has an introduction of what we're asking you to do, introductions of yourself, maybe a small icebreaker, the kinds of activities that are in the packet. So some of them are soft skills, some of them are career area activities, and some of the activities can be done for either one of them. We have a few tips for you for your role as the group facilitator. Please read through these. These might be very useful, especially if facilitating activities is not something that you do on a day-to-day basis in your work area. Then we have, of course, the activities themselves, and all of them have descriptions of what the activities are. They have an introduction. Some of them are role play, some of them are hands-on activities, and we will be providing all of the supplies for the activities. So if you need copies, we will have made the copies already. If you need particular materials, we will already have those available. We will also have flip charts, markers, pens, paper for each of the activities. So as you read through these, I encourage you to get a sense of what is the activity that you're doing, what are the materials that you might be using, and also consider, as they are, as pointed out in the tips, that you might have to be creative with the students that you have in your group. So please remember, everybody learns differently, and that's part of the reason for us having flip charts and other materials. Some students may be happy if there's a drawing that you're talking about, or getting a little, there's a couple of role plays in one of the activities. So the purpose of the interactive activities is to really engage both the students and you in a conversation about work in what we hope is an in-depth and fun way for everybody. Alrighty, as I said, at lunchtime we will first eat our lunch, and then we will be having a first job dialogue. And the expectation for that is we will be in 2 or 3 groups talking about our first job experiences, getting from the students, maybe some of them are working or have done some work, what have their experiences been, lessons learned, funny stories, things of that nature, but just a way for us to all kind of talk about what are our job experiences and maybe how things have changed since when we started working to the work expectations that we currently live in, with technology and how we communicate with each other, so on and so forth. So I think the dialogue is probably going to be about 20 to 30 minutes, so we're not going to be too long talking about that. Our next activity will be an exhibitor fair and a scavenger hunt, and we do hope the employers will stay for that as well to help the students through the scavenger hunt. We have several exhibitors that will be coming, and I have listed those exhibitors on the very last page of our packet. We are expecting hopefully to have 1 or 2 more. But these exhibitors are folks that can help the students think about how they can begin the process of getting their first job. What special things might they need in terms of transportation and filling out forms, assistive technologies, so on and so forth. And we are creating a scavenger hunt for the students so they can go around and gather information, and everybody will be getting a prize at the end of that. All right, and so as I said, I foresee us closing right around 2 o'clock, so it'll be early in the afternoon, hopefully early enough to get a jump on traffic. All right, if you have any questions, my contact information is on the sheet. It's Lisa Shaw at schooltalkdc.org. I would be happy to give you a call later on in the week before we get started if you have specific questions about the activities that you're doing or anything else about the day. All right, thank you so much again for volunteering, and we look forward to meeting you and working with you on May 8th. Take care. Bye-bye.